ready for the next stimulus that's coming. Most people would agree that that whole stimulus response cycle can happen in just a matter of seconds. Most people would agree that if you're dysregulated, your chances of having a hijacked episode or a triggered episode or being stressed out is higher. So if you're already stressed, small things can stress you out. If you're tired, exhausted, etc., same thing. So it makes sense that you would want to be regulated before the stimulus comes. But the one thing that people don't think about, or might be surprised, we literally have thousands of stimulus response cycles a day. Easily, if you just Google it, how many decisions you make a day, you'll easily see over 30,000. And of course, those are decisions, but many of our decisions are unconscious, which means they're stimulus response cycles at the habit level. Which means we need to actually have a way of staying regulated all the time. You can't go in and out of regulation. You have to stay regulated, even in the midst of chaos, even amidst chaos and all kinds of triggering events, people losing their mind. You still have to stay regulated during that whole time. Threats and everything. Now, it's easier than you think, because most of the reason we get dysregulated is because the network of neurons, aka subconscious, it's not a mind, it's a network of neurons, treats threats like a tiger on the Serengeti. And because of a tiger being a life or death threat, you can see why we get so dysregulated. In business, since most of our threats are not tiger level, we have the ability to take a little bit more time with them. And when I say more time, I'm talking a half a second. I'm not even talking about minutes. Half a second is enough to set the things up so that you can be totally regulated. A little sketchy here with the lack of snow. Little roller coaster action. Now, to help with that, I broke the habit cycle into the 7 steps. And it's not like you're going to be thinking about 7 steps. The point is, we have to first break it down so we can manage it. And then we get back to simplicity on the other side of complexity. Similarly, I took the 1 second stimulus reaction cycle, not response, but stimulus reaction cycle, and I broke that down into 7 phases. This all happens in less than a second. About 3/4 of a second, you complete the 7 phases. The phase 1 is pre-listening, so the subconscious and central nervous system is always trying to predict what kind of threat's going to come, what's going to happen. Then you have initial detection, so that's after the stimulus. The pre-listening is before the stimulus. Initial detection and what's called rapid appraisal. These 2 phases are inside the 1/4 of a second that we think of as reaction time. So if you Google search, what's the reaction time of the subconscious? I don't think Google really thinks of it as a network of neurons. It still calls it a mind. It's not a mind. The reaction time is about a 1/4 of a second. Put that in perspective. A cat has a reaction time of somewhere between 40 and 80 milliseconds. Humans have a reaction time of about 250 milliseconds or a 1/4 of a second, and athletes can get it down to about 150 milliseconds, about that of a dog, because they're training all the time. Then